you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Good evening and goodbye. Yeah, this is the last show in our present series. Yeah, we've done 13. This is number 13. We've done... So come on, it's your last chance to try. Get your fingers out. Try it. Go on, give it a go. Good. She's knitting spaghetti over there. Look at her. But I've told you how many people are doing this. It's amazing. They've all got at it, you know. I mean, Bruce came on his new show the other day. Did you see him? He said, hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, children. No, it's not 3, 2, 1. It's 2 hours of Foresight. And I was watching a magic program with that Israeli fella on. You know, Uri Geller. He tried. He went... An Irish television had bought the show. I was over in Dublin last week, and the host walked on. He says, Harvey Chambers, good evening. Welcome to our new game show, 6. And did you hear James Callaghan talking to the unions in Blackpool? He said, all right, brothers. He said, accept my 5% now, or ha! You'll be lucky. It could be 3, 2, or 1. He said that. What are you doing, Dave? What are you doing with Dusty?
Well, we're common. We're both fed up, cheesed off.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, look at him. Bless his little lid. Every week on this show, the couples in the quiz reject him, and every week the gentle sex reject me.
If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Come on. Take him away. Off you go. Go on, Dust. We'll see you in a moment. Right. As always, folks, on our quiz, our couples, they have chosen their questions in front of the audience, and their answers will be checked by our adjudicator. But if they make any mistakes, that's when they hear from the frantic threesome. That's Chris Emmett, Mike Newman, and Debbie Arnold. Come along right now. Our Girl Fridays, our gentle sex, of course, with our special guests, our contestants who are looking forward to that money. Yeah. All right. We are... Oh, I'm sorry, I've got to do this every week now. Okay, Gail. Good job we are finishing this week, isn't it, really? Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Mireille, who are our quiz winners from last week and the week before?
Terry Pearson and his wife Jenny have won the quiz 3 times, and this is their last chance tonight. The 2 young children will be watching the television in Hanson in the Midlands to see if Mom and Dad can do it again.
Ah, there you are. Well, let's hope they are going to do it again. Who knows? Now, what exactly have you won so far, Terry, on the show?
It's £1,800.
£1,800. That's in 3 weeks, huh?
That's
this is
in
your 4th
3 weeks.
week. Well, it's nice to have the 2 of you here. There's your second and third round questions. Thanks, Mireille. You know how the game goes, of course. Each correct answer, you score £1 in the first round. They have to answer alternately, but we stop them if they make a mistake, repeat an answer, or if the time runs out. Now, there are many answers to the questions. We need 10 in 30 seconds. But as we have no quiz winners coming back next week, as we have no show next week, it is a bit different. The couples who win the most money, that's the 2 couples, of course, they'll play the game to see who goes through to take it or leave it. The couples who have the least money, well, not to worry about that. We've got a little surprise for them. So, Jenny and Terry, your first question for £1, and good luck to you. We want the dictionary words ending with the letters I-N-G. We only want single-syllable words like sing, all right? So we'll start you with sing.
Sing.
Ring.
Fling.
Ming.
Bring.
Thing.
King.
Sir,
Yes,
sir,
yes, yes.
can you give me a gag with a word ending in ain, sir?
Pain.
That'll do.
Pain. I've got a friend in Dublin, and last week he replaced 165 panes in his greenhouse. And then he discovered his glasses were cracked.
All right, Gail. How well did they do?
Terry and Jenny have scored 7.
They scored 7. Yes, in fact, you did say Ming. Some people might query Ming, but it is Chinese dynasty. It is in the dictionary, so you have scored 7, so that's what you're playing for. Each correct answer next round. Good luck. Wow. Jenny? Oh, sorry, is it still there? All right, Jen, thanks very much indeed. I'm sorry about that. Okay, then, Patsy, who are our second couple tonight?
John and Janet Thompson are respectively licensee and manageress of a disco and wine bar here in Leeds. As you might expect, their interests centre around meeting people, eating out, and socialising generally. Janet is a spare-time dressmaker, and John enjoys all sports, sitting down watching them.
That's the way to enjoy sport. Fine, okay, Patsy, thanks very much indeed. So, John and Janet, you run a disco and wine bar, yeah?
Yeah.
Punk and drunk, eh? When I go to those places, I always know when I've had enough, when you start playing the records again, you know what I mean? How long have you been in that business?
It's just coming up a year.
Is it really? Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Yes? Is it doing well?
Very well.
Yes, well, perhaps we could borrow a few bob off you if the car goes again, eh? Who knows? Well, who knows? This is it. We're going for £1 for each correct answer, and good luck to you, Janet and John. Your question is this. We want dictionary words ending with the letters OSS. We only want single-syllable words like cross, all right? So that's the one we'll start with, cross.
Cross.
Toss.
Yes, I'm doing this crossword,
Oh,
sir,
yeah.
and I'm stuck on one word, sir.
Oh, the word is toast. Toast.
Toast? How do you get that, sir?
Well, look at the clue, look. 2 egg on.
Oh, yes.
All right, Jenny. Egg us on, will you? How did John and Janet do?
John and Janet have only scored 2, I'm afraid.
Oh, only 2. It's not an easy job when you're sitting up there and the seconds are ticking away. There were many more you could have said, of course, like loss, gloss, joss, floss, dross. Nevertheless, £2, that's what you're playing for each correct answer next time. Okay, Gail. Thank you. Thank you very much, Gail. Now then, Annie, who do we have? Our third couple.
Martin Cox and his new wife, Sue. They were only married last month, and they come from Aldershot, Hampshire. Martin works...
Yes, a ripple. Why not?
Martin works in a research laboratory, and Sue is training to be a department store supervisor. They're both interested in music and sport, but just now their main hobby is decorating their new home.
Married? How long is it?
Well, it's a fortnight, actually.
Really?
Yes.
So if you lose tonight, this could be your first public quarrel, couldn't it, really? Anyway, it's lovely to have you here. For £1 you're playing, and here is your question. We want dictionary words ending with the letters A-P-E. We only want single-syllable words like cape, all right? So we'll start you with cape.
Cape.
Grape.
Gape.
Jape.
Nape.
Rape.
Tape.
Pipe.
Shape.
Now listen, Arnold. That's a funny name for a girl. Arnold. Can you give me a word ending in A-N-T?
A&T. Right. This guy walks into a fishmonger's. He said, can I have a cod's head for my cat? And the fishmonger says, sorry, we don't do transplants.
All right, Gail, how did they do?
Sue and Martin have scored 9.
Sue and Martin have scored 9. So the situation here at the end of the first round, couple number 2 on £2, couple number 1 on £7, but in the lead at the moment, Martin and Sue on £9. Yes. Thank you, Mireille. Right. Terry and Jenny for £7 for each correct answer. Here we are. We want traffic warning signs which appear in the highway code. Be careful. We don't want order signs which usually appear in a circle. We want warning signs which appear within a red triangle. We don't want you to describe the symbols, but just to say what they signify. All right? So triangle warning signs, and we'll start you with crossroads.
Crossroads.
Roadworks.
Children at school.
Rock falls.
Wild animals.
Danger. Just an exclamation mark, you know.
A bend.
Water. Skid risk.
Debbie, I've got this great new health diet where I eat nothing but tomatoes. It's marvellous.
What's so marvellous about that?
Well, you see, every time I go in a supermarket, women keep picking me up and squeezing me.
Who should be that lucky? All right then, Jen, how did they do?
Terry and Jenny have scored 8.
Scored 8, because, Terry, you did in fact say water skid risk. That, in fact, is slippery road. Our adjudicator has accepted that. So 8 of you scored. You've got £56. That's what you're playing for next time. Thank you. All right. Patsy. Thank you, Pats. Now then, Janet and John only on £2, I'm afraid, but let's see what we've got out of the yellow envelopes for you this time. Your question is, we want the signs and symbols which appear on Ordnance Survey maps. We don't want, I will say that, we don't want the contour lines or rivers or streams or roads, but everything else which appears in the key. You needn't describe the symbol, just tell us what it denotes, all right? So signs and symbols which appear on Ordnance Survey maps, and we'll start with public footpath.
Public footpath.
Churches.
Telephone boxes.
Now then, I have a symbol, Chris. What is that symbol there remind? Does that remind you of?
I don't know. What is it? What is it?
It reminds me of Thursday.
Thursday? How do you get Thursday?
Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right, Gail, how did they do?
Janet and John have scored 3.
Only 3, I'm afraid, there. You could have said a lot more. Footbridge, park, aqueduct, marsh, tunnel, bridge, motorway. It does go on. But nevertheless, it's not easy when you're up here. So you've got £6 you're playing for next time. Thank you, Annie. Now then, Martin and Sue, who were in the lead at the end of the first round, you're playing for £9 for each correct answer. We want the names of universities in England, all right? Names of universities in England, and we'll start with University of Leeds.
University of Leeds.
Sorry.
Oxford.
Cambridge.
Norwich.
Kent.
I went to university, you know.
Oh, yeah? Let me ask you a question then. Where are the Andes?
On the end of me wristies.
Okay, Jenny, how did they do?
Sue and Martin have scored 6.
Scored 6 with the time out there. You did say University Norwich. It should have been University of East Anglia, but the adjudicator has accepted that. You have a 6. So here at the end of the second round, couple number 2 on £6, couple number 3 here on £54. In the lead at the moment, last week's winners on £56, Jenny and Terry from Hales Owen. Right. Thank you, Mireille. Now, good luck to you two. £56 for each correct answer. Your final question, the most difficult round. We want 10 of the 20 largest islands in the world. That is, those around 32,000 square miles and over. We don't want continents like Australia or Antarctica, but the very large islands by name. All right? So large islands in the world, and we'll start with Britain.
Britain.
Greenland.
Madagascar.
New Zealand, South Island.
New Zealand, North Island.
It was worth a try, wasn't it? The UK.
Lots of people go to islands for their holiday. I mean, every year Harold Wilson goes to the Scilly Isles.
Aye, and Larry Grayson, he goes to the Isle of Man.
And what about you, Mr. Enoch Powell? Where are you going?
Where else? The Isle of Wight.
All right, Gail, how did they do?
Yes, Terry and Jenny have scored 5.
Terry and Jenny scored 5. You did make a repeat there, Terry. Of course, you said UK. We started with Britain. Nevertheless, at the end of your round, you got £280. Well done. Thank you, Patsy. Right, John and Janet, good luck. You're just on £6 for each correct answer. Here's your question. It's about the member nations of the Commonwealth. We want independent, sovereign states in the Commonwealth. Now, there are 38 of them. So, member nations of the Commonwealth, and we'll start with Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Australia.
New Zealand.
Canada.
India.
Talking about Commonwealth countries, I had a friend of mine last year. I was on Celebrity Squares, and he won a trip to the Upper Orinoco River.
Where is he now?
Well, he's up there now trying to win one back.
All right, there. Jenny, how did they do?
John and Janet have scored 5.
John and Janet, 5, which means you have £30. Many more you could have said, like Cyprus, Barbados, Jamaica, Malta, Guyana, Nigeria. Nevertheless, you've got £30 to take home with you tonight. Well done. Thank you, Annie. Now, Martin and Sue on £54 for each correct answer. We want the names of states in the United States of America. The District of Columbia doesn't count, of course, so states in the USA, and we'll start you with Vermont.
Vermont.
Texas.
Alaska.
Indiana.
Tennessee.
Florida.
Miami.
Yes, indeed. Mistake. You did say Miami. You said Florida. Well, of course, Miami is not a state. It's in the state of Florida. But the situation here at the end of the third round, we have couple number 1 here on 2 on £30, couple number 1 over there on £280. But the winners of the quiz this week are couple number 3 on £324. Yes. Now then. So that means, of course, that couples number 1 and couples number 3 go through to part 2 to play the game for Take It or Leave It. Sue's going to go for the big prizes. I did tell you we had a little something up our sleeve for this part of the show for the losers. But George has got the money you did win in the quiz, which is, what, £30, George, yes?
£30, Ted, yeah.
There you are. Thank you. There's the £30. Take that. That's yours right here and now, Janet. Now, would you both like to come over here with me? That's right. Come out of the chairs and just walk over here. I'll tell you what we have here, quite a contraption for you. It's a special cash register. Now, there are 10 keys here, John and Janet, on this register, but you're only interested in those 3 there, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I can tell you that one of those keys is £25, another one is £250, the other one has nothing at all. So it's a gamble. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to have a go. It's entirely up to you. If you hit one and win a bit of money, and then you hit the other one and nothing comes up, I'm afraid you win nothing at all, but have a go if you want to have a go. Do you want to have a go? Yeah. Of course you do. Go on. Who's going to go first? Janet? Oh, that's nothing at all. Oh, dear, oh, dear. What a shame. Nothing at all. That. But you have got £30. I'll tell you what. There he is. There's Dusty Ben. Thank you, George. They're like gold us to get a hold of one of those. I'm sure you're going to be pleased with him, aren't you? Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Janet, for coming on the show. You too, John. You've been lovely people. Thanks a million. Weren't they great, folks? Thanks a million. Stay just there for a moment. We're going away just for a couple of minutes, folks. There's a lot more fun on 3, 2, 1. Stay tuned. See you in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where our remaining couples are standing over here preparing to observe all they can about our first scene, which, of course, is the observation test. Remember, we asked them 10 questions on it afterwards. Now then, the theme of this week's show is the Arabian Nights, that classic book of Eastern passion. It's true, I've got the book, and it's so sexy. Hasn't got a jacket, it's got pyjamas. We're now going over to the desert and to the tent of Sultan Dave Ben Ismay.
The Caliph's wife, number 38, 24, 36. He used to come up and see me all the time, but since we've got that waterbed, we keep drifting apart. Yesterday, I put my support on back to front, and he mistook me for his camel. Here comes my beloved master now. Oh, Lord of the desert, Prince of the palms, Prince of the oasis.
Oh, belt up. Go on. One more word out of you and you'll be on the transfer list. Don Revy can have you. Go on, you rat bag. Back to the harem. I'll send for you when I want a cure for hiccups. And where's Abdul, my marriage broker, with my selection of new brides? Abdul, are you there?
Yes, I'm free. Do you like the frock? It's not finished yet, it's only the lining. I won't tell you what's underneath, but it's already made me toes curl. Oh, that sand gets everywhere. Now then, what you... Oh, he's a big fellow. What's he doing here? What's his name?
Ahmed.
Oh, yes.
My eunuch.
Oh, I know just how he feels.
Enough of this idle chatter. Bring on the girls.
Oh, you're so masterful. I bet his middle name's Peacock. They're out the back. Girls, come on, out you come. That's it. Shake it all about. No sense in having it if you can't show it.
Oh, I like what I see.
Yes, I thought you would. There's a lot more yet. Don't get too excited. Now, girls, all together. That's it. Turn and get them off. Oh.
Is this some kind of a joke?
In this script, you must be kidding. No, these are the Slocum twins. Zelda and Lucretia. I got them at the January sales. That was January 1972. Anyway, what are you complaining about? What you asked for?
I asked for 5 like that?
Yes, look. Here's the order. 2 for shopping, 3 for swapping.
Right. So, ladies, if you'd like to turn around here and come over here with me. Now, go around each side of those trays there. That's right. This is what we want you to do. Here we have a container tube. We also have a space hopper. What we want you to do is to hop over here. Oh, that hurt. Pick up one of those white balls, hop back here, and pick up a red ball. Okay, alternately, that's the way it must go. Don't get them out of sequence, otherwise you'll lose a point. But get as many in there as you can, because each one, of course, will score you a point when we get back to the table. Know what you have to do? Right, now there will be 3 whistles in this game. On the first whistle, you start. Second whistle, change places with your partner. Third whistle, stop, come back here to the table. We'll add up the scores, and of course the winner will go through to take it or leave it, the big prizes. And at home, if you do want to play along, these same questions will be coming up. George has the whistle. Everybody all set? Good luck to you all. 3, 2, 1.
Brandy, shandy, beer without a froth. Braces, laces, a candle for the moth. Fetches look a dolly in an old loincloth in the old bazaar in Cairo. Look a dolly in an old loincloth in the old bazaar in Cairo.
Okay, come on, change places. Fellas, get over there. Get as many of those balls in the container as you can. Ladies, answer the questions.
Dark girls, fair girls, some with ginger hair. The rest of this is funny, but the censor cut it there. In the old bazaar in Cairo.
Okay, fine, fellas, come back here to the table. Oh, I bet that hurt, didn't it, Martin? Well, thank you very much, George. Now then, let's see how well you did with the questioning alone. Now, the first question was the number of the first wife. Well, that was 38, 24, 36. Did you get that? Nobody did. Right. Number 2, what was the eunuch holding? He was holding a fan. Feather fan, that's okay, fine. Number 3, who was Abdul? Well, that was the marriage broker. Did you get that? Who? Wife broker. Yeah, well, that's near enough for Jazz. Okay, yes, we'll accept that. Number 4, estimate the weight of the eunuch. Well, now, he was 17 stone 4 pounds or 242 pounds. We'll accept to within 10 pounds. What have you got? 17 stone you have? Well, that's fair enough. Yes, we got... How much? What did you get? 20 stone. Oh, just a little bit out there. Never mind. Number 5, how many feathers were there in Abdul's turban? There were 3. Yes, good. Number 6, what was the caliph's middle name? That was Peacock. Number 7, how many girls were there in veils? There were 5. Number 8, name of the ugly twins. Well, that was the Slocum twins, or Lucretia, or Zelda. Zelda. Well, did you only get one of those, Zelda? Yeah, we wanted the 2 twins, with both of them, you know what I mean? Sorry about that. Number 9, the year of the sale. Well, that was 1972. Yes, good, you got 72. Number 10, describe the eunuch's necklace. That was a chain. So, how did you get on? What was that you got there?
Blue diamond.
Blue diamond, not really a chain. So let's see what you've got. You have 3, you have 7, so it depends on the balls and the containers. How did your couple do, Gail?
My couple got 15.
15 and the 3, there you are, that's 18. How about your couple, Mireille?
My couple got 14.
14 and 7, that's 21. So congratulations, yes, you're the winners going through, but take it or leave it. Lovely. Right. Ah, well, Terry and Jenny, been with us now 4 weeks, won a lot of money. More to add to it. There's £280 you won in the quiz. Lovely. And there's your silver photo frame. You know the photograph is in the post to you. It's been great having you on the show. They've been great
really
people.
marvellous. Can we just say thanks to everybody for being so
That's
nice?
very kind of you. Thank you, Terry. Terry and Jenny, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much. God bless. Martin's still out of breath there. But at least you got through. You've got the money you won in the quiz, £324. Now, you're going to take that now, or will you let George look after it for you? They all trust George. Well done, George. Okay. Now come over here to the table, will you? That's fine. Now, Sue, would you like to stand just there on that corner? Martin, you just there. That's it, lovely. You stand there. Fine. Now, as you well know by now, I'm sure, this is where the big prizes are. We want you to work out the clues associated with the prizes in our scenes. Here from that last scene, Sultan Dave Ben Ismay. How'd you feel, Dave, about being a sheikh?
Oh, it's great fun, isn't it? I mean, we could do it in this country, though, Ted.
Oh.
You make a close examination of the marriage vows, or the marriage service, and we're entitled to 16 wives.
How'd you work that out?
4 richer, 4 poorer, 4 better, 4...
I shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have asked. Gotcha. All right.
I am leaving the scroll.
The scroll is the MacGuffin?
And the rhyme is thus. If I ran to 16 wives, and they sang in an eastern market, I'd sure chastise if they bought this prize and we hadn't the space to park it.
Well, now, thank you very much. Shake.
Thank you, mate.
See you in the desert. How'd you feel? Any idea about that yet?
Right.
Would you like to get rid of that hat? Is it a bit warm under there? Okay, well done, Martin. I'll take that away from you. We're going to have another scene right here and now. We're now going back to the desert, to a typical fort.
Up, 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, up, 3, squad, halt! Legionnaire in line, squad, right, turn! You horrible little man. Let's see your face, Legionnaire. You're an honourable legionnaire, what are you?
I'm a horrible...
Be quiet!
But you just...
Shut your mouth!
What's the hard
Shut!
man?
Shut! 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 Shut!
I caught you then, didn't I? I didn't say a word, did I?
I've had enough of you, horrible legionnaire. Squad, shun! And you! Right, down! By the left, quick! March! Left wheel!
Oh, dear. Nat Jackley, lovely to see you, Nat. I must say, you're one of the busiest people in our business, and for a long time. Can I dare ask how long you've been in the business now, Nat?
Well, I was born a long time ago.
I'll take that. But you've done pantomime many years, summer show.
Yes.
You've done everything in our business. A
I
famous...
don't think I've missed a year in pantomime.
Yes, are you going to do pantomime this year?
Yes, I'm going to the Belgrade Theatre, Coventry.
Lovely theatre.
Looking forward to it,
I
yes,
bet
very
you
much
are.
indeed.
Smashing.
Yes.
So you're going to leave what, the rifle, are you, as the MacGuffin?
Yes, I'm going to leave that as the MacGuffin,
And
yes.
you have a rhyme for Sue and Martin as well?
Yes. Think of a place of restraint and something where nature's involved. The colour is there, and if you guess where, then this rhyme's riddle is solved.
Ah, there you are, Sue. Martin, any idea? Well, keep thinking about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Nat, lovely to see you. Nat Jackley, thank you very much, Nat. Our next scene is all about that fantasy form of Eastern air transport, the magic carpet. This time we join Chris and Debbie on board an Axminster 707.
Young man, when I booked this magic carpet pleasure trip, you were supposed to be taking me around the pyramids. Those things down there are covered in snow.
That is simply explained, dear lady. We are hopelessly lost.
This really is too frightful.
Oh, no, it's all right. I recognize something down there.
Oh, good. What is it?
It's the place where I crashed last year. I was on my way to the hallowed Hall of Peace at Hyderabad.
I want you to land me down there in the Rhine Valley.
Oh, no, that's impossible, dear lady. We must go on to the hallowed hall.
I want to land there.
No, we must go on to the hall.
I want to get off here.
Oh, very well. Get off.
Oh?
Silly woman. She didn't understand. This carpet is for the hall, not for the landing.
Debbie Arnold. Now then, Debbie, what about that? Chris pushed you off the magic carpet?
Yes, he told me to beat it.
I'm not surprised after jokes like that. Now then, what are you leaving for the MacGuffin?
Me tit for?
Oh, your tit for tat.
Yes.
Your pith helmet.
Yes, my pith helmet.
And you have, yes, I said that right.
Yes.
And you have a rhyme?
Yes, I do. This prize is sort of unusual. You can move it for pleasure or sport. When you wind up inside, it'll give you a ride without visible means of support.
Ah, there you are. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Debbie.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Mwah. There we are. Thanks, Deb. Right. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can read you the scroll again, which came from Dave in the first scene, or Nat Jackley's rifle. Which one would you like to hear again?
I think we have the rifle. Do you think so, the rifle? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Well, how about you now? I'll read and see what you think. It says, think of a place of restraint and something where nature's involved. The colour is there, and if you guess where, then this rhyme's riddle is solved.
Well, in a little...
Nature is...
Yeah. I think that's...
Well, we don't know.
But you think that's what? You think it's what?
Yeah.
What do you think, Martin?
I think it's the bin.
So, make up your minds. Are you going to reject one?
We'll try and throw that one out.
Yes, you're going to try and throw it? You're definitely going to throw out this one. Nat Jackley's rifle, yes? All right, out goes Nat Jackley's rifle. Rejecting. Now, the rhyme said, think of a place of restraint and something where nature's involved. The colour is there, and if you guess where, then this rhyme's riddle is solved. Well, a place of restraint sounds like a prison. Well, would nature be involved in the prison? I don't think so, really. What about the colour, then? Well, if I tell you the colour we're after is green, and that prison was right, but in the soldier's version, glass house, then the riddle is solved because the prize you have rejected is a glass house, or to use its other name, a greenhouse, and here it is, complete with a whole range of plants. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's simple to erect, it's strong, it would have been yours with automatic ventilation, roller blinds, many other extras, and all those plants were to give you a start. Now then, Sue and Martin, could you have done with one of these for the new house?
Yeah, certainly.
State of our garden.
Yeah, the state of your garden, it would have brightened it up a bit. It's not bad, is it? My goodness, look at that.
What's this here? What's this here? Double parked and triple yellow lines?
I'm sorry. No, officer, we're only going to be a couple of minutes. Would you like to come inside for a...
What? What? A licensed greenhouse?
A licensed
My God.
greenhouse, yes.
I get into that?
It's
Good
not
heavens.
very wide. That's it. Take a seat in the corner. We'll see you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, just going away for a couple of minutes. See you on 3, 2, 1. Don't go too far away. Now, officer. Welcome back to part 3, ladies and gentlemen, where Sue and Martin have just rejected a greenhouse, and I know you could have used that in the new house, couldn't you? Well, never mind, not to worry, you've got more to reject yet. There'll be 4 MacGuffins to reject before you take home the prize that's associated with the one that's left. We're going to have another scene right now. You know, in Arabian Nights, they always had a harem. We lived up to 100 wives. That's pretty good, eh, Martin? But next door, there was a room with 100 mother-in-laws. Not so good. Anyway, we're going now to a harem, and our gentle sex never looked better. Hey, girls, this is great. Look, but you don't have to bow in front of me. I mean...
Who's bowing? Marie's lost one of her contact lenses.
Oh, great, great.
I found it.
You've got it, oh, good. Lead her back, will you, bypass? Jenny, look, I thought... I thought you were going to do some sort of splendid dance for us there.
Oh, that's in our next scene, Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I see. Well, look...
That's when we're entertaining the Sheikh, who's our special guest.
Oh, really? Well, now that you are here, are you going to leave a MacGuffin for Sue and Martin?
I am indeed. It's a bracelet.
A bracelet?
There's a MacGuffin.
And you have a rhyme?
I do. Oh,
What
yes.
does this say?
It says, what we've got is just the ticket to delight our special guest. It's the passport, if you pick it, to when you'd be caressed.
Ah, thank you very much indeed, Jenny. Jenny Layland, ladies and gentlemen. See? Martin? Well, there you are. Now then, I can again read you the pith helmet or the scroll, which was from the first scene. Which would you like to hear?
What was that?
Yeah.
I can't read that one again, unfortunately. That's the last one you just heard.
Let's see the scroll again. Yeah?
I think it's a carpet.
Yeah, let's just hear it and then
Okay.
Yeah, you want to hear it? All right, let's hear it. It says, if I ran to 16 wives and they sang in an eastern market, I'd sure chastise if they bought this prize and we hadn't the space to park it.
Oh, we reject the scroll.
Right, Martin, you feel good about that? Okay. All right, then, you're rejecting the scroll. So let's see what it says. Now, it came from the first scene. Dave brought this in, of course. The rhyme said, if I ran to 16 wives and they sang in an eastern market, I'd sure chastise if they bought this prize and we hadn't the space to park it. Well, obviously, you need space to park a car, but that would be too easy. And since legal parking means leaving something in a proper place, that widens the field quite a lot. But the word chastise narrows it down for us. When you chastise someone, you put them on the...
Right.
On the what? Well, they said carpet. What did you say?
Carpet. Yeah.
That's right. Well, if it is a carpet, what kind is it? There's a song about Eastern Market that Sammy Davis recorded, and many others, in a Persian market. You may have spotted another clue with the modern name for Persia. Of course, the rhyme said, if I ran to 16 wives. Anyway, what you have rejected, and I'm sure you'd have found floor space for to park it, is £1,700 worth of Persian carpet. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, there is Persian carpet. If you go shopping for one, you'd be ready to pay about £20 a square foot. But could you really bring yourself to walk on £1,700 worth of carpet?
No, right.
I'm sure you could have in your new house, but nevertheless, you've rejected it. It's a shame. We've got to now have another scene. It's back to the Legionnaires, and this time, one of them has been smuggled into the palace in disguise. Now, see if you can spot who it is.
Is a spy. Oh, so we sing as we are riding home. That's the time you fancy hiding.
John Hanson. Hey, you had us pulled there for a moment. John, lovely to see you again. It's been quite a time since we met again as well.
Certainly has.
Long, long time now. Everybody, of course, remembers you for all the great musical shows you do. But I think one stands out in everybody's memory, of course. That's right, the Desert Song. Yeah. And I believe you're going on tour again with that soon, aren't you?
Yes, I'm preparing a new production for next February.
February?
Yeah.
And is that nationwide?
Yes, I expect we'll do most of the big towns again.
I'm sure they'll all be flocking to see you. As
Hope so.
And I understand you've also written a book, John.
Well, I'm almost finished it, yes.
Really?
It's called, believe it or not, Me and My Red Shadow.
Fabulous. Very good. Oh, John, you brought in for Sue and Martin here. This is the MacGuffin, sword. Is it? The wooden sword? Yes, it's
the
not
crystal
very
rhyme.
And you have a rhyme for them too?
Yes, I have, of course. Now then, see if you can make any sense of this. If you think of what's coined by E and E, it could steer you towards a chance. Add the dance of the veils and what that entails. It's got a beautiful sound in France.
Uh-huh. We've got to start thinking again, haven't we? Yeah, John, ladies and gentlemen, John Hanson, great to see you again. Thanks for coming. Take care. Good luck.
My desert is waiting. Here we go.
Lovely. Thank you very much, John. Well, there we are. It's rejection time again. You've just heard that from John Hanson. Again, I can read you the helmet or the bracelet.
Yes,
Would you like to hear the bracelet again? Yes, Jenny Layland brought that in. It said, what we've got is just the ticket to delight our special guest. It's a passport, if you pick it, to when you'd be caressed. So, Sue, Martin, one has to go again. Which one will it be this time? Have you any ideas about it?
We don't know any, what that is at all. I I'd like to reject the sword.
You sure about that? You're rejecting the sword?
Okay.
All right, you're rejecting John Hanson's sword. And let's see what comes out of the envelope for you. Now then, rejecting John Hanson's sword. The rhyme said, if you think of what's coined by E and E, it could steer you towards a chance. At the dance of the veils and what that entails, it's got a beautiful sound in France. Well, I don't know how good your French is, but the rest of the rhyme is still good enough to point to what this is. Who are the famous pair whose names begin with E and E?
Eric and Ernie.
Got it in one. Eric and Ernie, that's right. Well, their famous expression they coined, of course, was rubbish. Add that to what's done in the Dance of the Seven Veils, a series of cast-offs. Well, rubbish and cast-offs wind up in the French, well, what the French call poubelle. That's right. That's their word for dustbin, and you've rejected it. Oh, dear. Poor old Dusty. He's gone through every show. 13, he's been rejected. Nobody wants him. People keep writing in for him, but he keeps getting rejected on the show. He's gone again, I'm afraid. Bye-bye, Dusty. Take him away, Patsy, would you? Right. There we go. Well, you did pretty well there. Got just one more to go right here and now. Now, this is the last scene, and, of course, it's about a classic tale of Aladdin. You know, they're doing a Scottish version of Aladdin this year, and when the genie gives him 3 wishes, his first wish is for a lot more wishes. We're now going over to Aladdin, his lamp, and a lot more surprises.
Here, mates, what a stroke of luck I've had. Pick this up for a few shillings. I could clean this up and make a few quid out of it. Look at this. Stoner Crow's Clive Jenkins. How the heck did you get here?
That's right. I'm the genius of the lamp. Rub me the right way, you get 3 wishes. Rub me up the wrong way, you'll have 3 million workers out on strike.
Hey, I wish it would work.
There's 1 wish wasted. What is your second wish?
Well, I'd like to say goodbye to all my friends on 3, 2, 1.
It shall be done.
I'd like to see George out of her uniform.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that.
I'm looking.
I'd like to see Dusty Bin's missus.
It shall be done.
And I'd like to see Debbie Arnold doing a really difficult impression.
Name one.
Frank Spencer.
Right.
Betty, yesterday I went shopping, but I missed the bus.
Why didn't you use the car?
I did. I missed the bus, and then I hit a lamppost. Betty, not nice.
And I'd like to see them lovely girls of gentle sex. I want to know what they're going to do after the show.
Right. Oh, good grief, a bunch of reds. What are you doing dressed like this?
We're rehearsing for the Christmas special of 3, 2, 1. We'll be with you over the Yuletide, so you'll watch us, won't you?
Oh, yes, we had something planned for Christmas as well. The TUC were going to do a special production of the Nativity, only we had to cancel it. We couldn't find 3 wise men.
That figures, yeah.
Now I can grant you 1 further wish.
1 further. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, our Ted, like, he's a Chelsea supporter. He's going through a hard time. I'll give my last wish to him, eh?
Right.
Well, Chelsea really need the wish, but my need is greater than theirs. That's the best gags they've had all series. Ah, my God. Clive Jenkins. What are you leaving, Clive, with the MacGuffin?
Well, I'm going to leave you that lamp there.
Aladdin's lamp?
Yes, actually, it's a miner's lamp. You can tell it belongs to a miner. It's not working.
Oh. I didn't say that, Clive.
I didn't mean it, fellas, if you're watching. Now then, are you listening? I should give this to Aladdin. It's a prize both heavy and light. I know that he's not as bright as me, so he can make use of it every night.
Thank you very much, Clive. I've paid my dues, by the way.
Right, see you at the meeting.
Chris Emmett, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Chris. What do you reckon, Sue?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, well, I can read you the helmet again, or I can read you the bracelet. Which would you like to hear?
Yeah, can we hear
You
the
would like to hear the bracelet again?
please?
Yes, that came from the Dancing Girls. Jenny left this. It says, what we've got is just the ticket to delight our special guest. It's a passport, if you pick it, to when you'd be caressed. So, rejection time again. One of them has to go.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we think that's some sort of travel holiday or.
What, the helmet?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So is it going to go?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're.
please reject that.
Yeah.
You're definitely rejecting the helmet.
Yeah.
All right. You're rejecting the helmet, which, of course, came from the magic carpet scene. Right. Debbie's hat. The rhyme said this prize is sort of unusual, which it is, of course, because I don't know many people that have one. You can move it for pleasure or sport. Well, that may have made you think that it was some sort of car. And the next line, when you wind up inside, it'll give you a ride. Well, could that have confirmed the thought of the car? It's not a car. It's some other form of transport where you can have a ride without visible means of support, because it flies along on a cushion of air, never actually touching the ground or water it moves over. What you have rejected is this modern version of a magic carpet, your very own hovercraft. Yeah. Well, now, how about that? You've got a car at home, haven't you? It's a bit beaten up, but could you see yourself going down the M1 with that? Unfortunately, you've rejected it. It's a fabulous prize. Okay, take it away. Bye-bye, Jenny. Take it away. Off we go. Well, here we are again. We now have 2 on the table. Now, I can read you both of these again, of course. This is the bracelet. Read that a little while ago, but again, here we are. It says, what we've got is just the ticket to delight our special guest. It's a passport, if you pick it, to when you'd be caressed. Now then, Clive Jenkins' lamp said, I should give this to Aladdin. It's a prize both heavy and light. I know that he's not as bright as me, so he can make use of it every night. So, one has to go now, Martin. This is the big, big time, isn't it?
And it could be, it could be encyclopedias or something like that. Yeah. It's bright as me.
What do you reckon,
I
Sam?
think we should throw that.
Any ideas around here?
Throw the lamp. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
It's a car.
Hey, don't take any notice of anybody else. You're the people that have to make the decisions.
I think
it's up to you.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. What do you reckon?
Every night, not so bright.
One of them has to go. The one remaining is the prize you take home with you.
Not so bright. Something.
The lamp. Yes, the lamp. All right, then, you are rejecting the lamp. Aladdin's lamp from Clive Jenkins. Now, let's see, then. Rhyme said, I should give this to Aladdin. It's a prize both heavy and light. I know that he's not as bright as me, so he can make use of it every night. Well, could that, as you suggested, Martin, be in a set of encyclopedias? Or something to watch, like a television set or a video recorder? Could you call those heavy and light? Well, there could be a difference of opinion there, as there is. Well, what we had in mind is something that is quite heavy in itself, but sheds a lot of light and could make Aladdin's life brighter. What you have rejected is this magnificent chandelier. Now, just look at this. Here it comes. How about this? Oh, my. And, of course, these 2 wall lamps. Look at these. This illuminating prize is sheer opulence. The drops are of lead crystal. The metal works is finished in 24-carat gold plate. And with the table lamp, the wall lights, the whole thing would have cost over £800. A really fabulous prize. I think you'll agree there, isn't it? Really terrific. Well, I'm afraid you have rejected it. It has to go. So thank you very much, Mireille, Annie, fellas, take it away. There we are. Now then, Aladdin's lamp is gone. So, what's the last one we're left with?
I think it might be a car.
You think it might be, huh? Well, you know, we get up to a lot of things here. We might have another dustbin yet. There's Mr. and Mrs. Bin. They might have reproduced during the show. Who can tell? Right, now let's see what it says. Rejecting Jenny's bracelet. The rhyme said, what we've got is just the ticket to delight our special guest. It's a passport, if you picked it, to when you'd be caressed. Well, would that be caressed by the sun or the shores of a foreign land, maybe, which is what you think it is, for which, of course, you need a passport and an airplane ticket. Well, no, it's not a holiday. It's something to delight our special guests. And on this show, each one of our contestants has been a special guest. 5 times in this series, we've watched our final couple giving each other a warm caress as they've kept to the last what you have just won, tonight's star prize, the car. Yeah! Who's going to drive? Who's driving? You both do. Well, you can be a passenger on this occasion. Go on, Martin. There we go. Round there. There you are. Fabulous. Our star prize. That's 3 weeks running they've won the car. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the series. I would like to say goodbye to all of you. Thank you for all the letters you have written in. A big thank you for everybody here. whole gang on the show, the production team upstairs, all the marvellous guys on the floor, the scene people, everybody's been terrific here at Yorkshire. And until we see you on our Christmas show, don't forget that. See you then. Have a good time on 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody. Thank you.